We're going to start off this morning on a very exciting note because the Indian hockey team is taking on Germany for a bronze medal at the Tokyo Olympics. Manpreet and co are looking to break a 4-decade-old jinx. If India manages to win a bronze medal in hockey, it will be their first ever hockey medal at the Games since 1980. And in 1980, they won gold. So, of course, all eyes on our men in blue. They've definitely got it in them. They're going to be taking on Germany in just a few minutes from now. That match is expected to begin. We'll be taking this across to all our reporters on the ground. We'll be getting a sense of the kind of excitement and I'm sure a lot of nerves as well among fans. Anisha Mathur is joining us from Kurukshetra. Anisha, good morning. I'm sure everyone's ready to tune in live to that match. It's going to begin any time now. And of course, we're all keeping our fingers crossed for a bronze.
Well, yes, Akshita, I'm standing outside the house that is being built by Surendra Kumar, who's the defender with the Olympic team. The family is not here today. The family is staying somewhere else and they're keeping their doors closed. In fact, Malkhan Singh, who's Surendra's father, has this particular superstition that he never watches the match. He's in fact driven off from his house early this morning and he will be sitting with friends, having his tea and waiting for his younger son to update him on what is happening in the match. Even the neighbors, we were here outside this house just a few minutes ago. Everyone has now gone into their own homes to watch the match. There's a lot of excitement in this area, particularly as they say that it is our child, it is our neighborhood's child, Hamare Ghar Ka Bachcha, who is playing in the game. Surendra Kumar, of course, is playing in the Olympics for the second time. He was part of the 2016 team. He's a very senior player and there is a lot of excitement all across Kurukshetra. We also spoke to his former coach Gurvinder Singh and the younger players who are training at the Kurukshetra Dronachar Stadium. Everyone is very, very excited but very, very tense after particularly the semi-final where India lost out by 5-2, and that is after that there is a lot of tension and a lot of excitement in this entire city where everyone is hoping for a bronze. Back to you.
At this point, as we get the live updates here, Germany has unfortunately taken the lead. So it's right now at 1-0. This is still the first quarter, so it's too early to really declare the match anyway. Let's just hope that very soon our men in blue do manage to score and at least level the score at this point. It's the first quarter. Germany has scored 1 goal as of now. I want to take this across to Manjeet Sehgal. He's joining us live from Manpreet's residence, the captain of the Indian hockey team. Manjeet, good morning. How are things there at Manpreet's residence in Jalandhar? Are they watching the match? Because Anisha is telling us a lot of them don't watch it. They believe they can jinx it.
Good morning, Akshita. Well, we are at Manpreet's Mithapur residence in Jalandhar, and on my left side you can see Manpreet's mother Manjeet Kaur. She is glued to the television set right from the morning and she is eagerly watching the match. No more. आप ये बता देंगे कि आज का जो मैच हो रहा है उसको लेकर क्या उम्मीदें हैं आपकी?
उम्मीदें तो बहुत है भी जितणगे पर जिस तरह उन्होंने गोल कर गए आ ते उदा की ਆਪਾਂ उम्मीद कर सकते हैं।
तो मन च कोई थोड़ी जी टेंशन है ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ?
टेंशन तो बहुत ज़्यादा है। जिन्ना चिर गोल नहीं करते उन्ना चिर टेंशन बहुत ज़्यादा है क्योंकि एक गोल की लीड भी कुछ नहीं हैगी तो है भी बहुत ज़्यादा है।
तो आज तुसी छेती उठ गए से कोई अरदास आज आपने करी सुबह उठ के?
हाँ, अरदास तो की है, परमात्मा अगे पाठ भी किया, अरदास भी की है, पर जो खुदा ने मंजूर है।
तो हम गोल्ड से तो चूक गए, अब गोल्ड तो आएगा नहीं, ब्रॉन्ज मेडल आएगा, तो उसके लिए क्या उम्मीदें हैं? बेटे से बातचीत हुई थी आपकी?
बातचीत हुई सी, उम्मीदां तो बहुत ज़्यादा वा, पर टीम वर्क है, टीम खेलूगी बढ़िया तो जरूर आऊगा, पर वो जर्मनी बहुत ज़्यादा टीम स्ट्रॉन्ग है, उन्होंने डिफेंस बहुत तकड़ी है।
अब थोड़ा सा मनप्रीत के बारे में बता दीजिए कि उन्होंने कब खेलना शुरू किया था और ये जो सफ़र था कितना की स्ट्रगल था उसमें?
उन्होंने सफ़र वो 7 साल के खेडन लग पे सके तो 18 साल के पहला उन्होंने ओलंपियन खेड ली सी तो तीजी ओलंपियन है ज्यों गेम वाले लगा तो बस हो गया तो वो इधर टीम वाली रहा बस।
चलो जिस मुकाम पे हमारी टीम पहुंची हुई है जिस मुकाम पे हमारी टीम पहुंची है वो मुकाम भी हासिल करना आसान नहीं था, तो थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए कि कितना स्ट्रगल करना पड़ा इस तक के लिए भी।
ਸਟਰਗਲ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਿਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਟੀਮ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਥੱਲੇ ਸੀਗੀ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਖੇਡੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਵੀ ਟੀਮ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਆ। ਚਲੋ ਅੱਗੇ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੇ ਜੋ ਹੱਥ ਵਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਿਆ।
Akshita, Manpreet's mother is a little tense. She's continuously watching the television. Was telling us that Manpreet started playing hockey at the tender age of 7 to reach at this spot where he is today. It was not easy. The days were very struggling. He used to play hockey with other players as well, including Varun. We spoke to Varun's father as well. Varun's father has told us that Varun also started playing hockey at the tender age of 4. So all these players, Manpreet, Varun and 3 other players used to play together. They joined the hockey nursery as well, in a local nursery, Surjit Hockey Nursery, besides other nurseries. So they were reared here. They developed the interest in hockey here and started their career from Jalandhar. And this is the Mithapur, it's a small place near Jalandhar, from where these players were born and were educated and started playing hockey.
So many stories of success that, you know, we get from all our reporters on the ground, especially when they visit, you know, the homes of some of these players. I want to take this across now to Siddhant Maheshwari. He's joining us live from the newsroom. Siddhant, within 2 minutes of play, Germany managing to score. There's, of course, a lot of time for India to catch up now. So let's hope that happens.
Yes, Akshita, of course, we have to say that Germany has made a great start to the game, but lots of time left, as you rightly pointed out. More than 55 minutes to go. So hopefully India will make a comeback. And we saw the lead, like India also took a good lead against Argentina yesterday, but then went on to lose the game. So hoping that Germany's first initial goal will probably give the impetus to the Indian side to now go on and attack more aggressively. And then hopefully we'll equalize soon and then take the lead. Hoping for an Indian victory today. After all, it'll be a medal after 41 years, Akshita. It's been a long time coming, and even though it's going to be India's best finish, even if we don't win a medal, but a bronze would be, it's needed. It's like a cherry on top for this performance from this Indian hockey side, who've done so well till now. And you should know that Germany are like the 3rd and 4th ranked sides are currently playing. India is ranked 3rd, and Germany lost to Australia. So India now will be hoping that because of their superior ranking, they can finish the match in a better way also.
Let's hope so. As you pointed out, Siddhant, you know, it's been a historic run and would be the perfect ending, really, if the boys brought back home a medal as well. Thanks, Siddhant, for joining us with those details. Thanks to Anisha and Manjeet as well. This is a story that we're going to continue tracking. We'll be getting you all the live updates on that ongoing match here on India Today. Our wrestlers are going for gold. As many as 4 Indian wrestlers will be in action today. Anshu Malik, who lost to individual World Cup gold medalist Arina Kurachkina in her opening bout, will be hoping to celebrate her birthday with a bronze medal as she made it to the repechage round following Kurachkina's progress to the final. She will face Rio Olympic silver medalist Valeria Koblova of Russia in her first match. One of India's leading medal hopes, Vinesh Fogart, will also start her campaign in the women's freestyle 53 kilo category at 8 this morning. She is going to be facing Sweden's Sofia Mattsson in a pre-quarters bout. Then you have Deepak Punia, who lost a semi-final bout to America's David Tyler, will also play his bronze medal match later in the day. His bout is expected to start after 4:30 this evening. The biggest prize bout for the day will be the gold medal match between Ravi Kumar Dahiya and world champion Zor Uguev. That match will happen after 4 p.m. So the men finally coming to the party. They're joining the party with Ravi Dahiya really leading from the front. We're all praying that he gets a gold. So Ravi Dahiya has assured the nation of at least a silver medal. After reaching the final of his 57-kilo freestyle category, Dahiya pulled off one of the most incredible fight backs in the semi-final to keep India in the hunt for a gold medal. This is how the number 4 seed made history.
Ravi Kumar Dahiya. Remember the name. Trailing 2-9 in the semi-final bout, the Indian wrestler made one of the best comebacks you will ever see. Kazakhstan's Nurislam Sanayev did not know what hit him. Sanayev must have thought he had the match in the bag, only for Dahiya to make an insane recovery. An incredible fight back. From 2-9 down, Dahiya took it to 7-9 before eventually he pinned his opponent down and was adjudged the winner by fall. Such was the upturn in the events that former Sports Minister and current Law Minister Kiren Rijiju couldn't stop praising Dahiya.
Absolutely, I have seen many wrestling matches in my lifetime, but this comeback made by Ravi Dahiya is one of the finest ever wrestling comeback in the last second, and he has thrilled the nation.
With his victory, over 1.3 billion rejoiced as India now have a shot at the ultimate glory, the gold medal that has evaded them for so long. Abhinav Bindra, 13 years back in Beijing 2008, won India's last gold medal. And now, Ravi Kumar Dahiya has the chance to emulate the feat. Dahiya has been in sensational form. He won the Asian Championships both in 2020 and 2021. He's also the bronze medalist from the 2019 World Championships. It was only a matter of time before he brought home the glory. Dahiya looked at his incredible best ever since his 57 kg category event kicked off. First, he defeated Oscar Tigreros 13-2 on technical superiority before taking down Bulgarian Rangelov 14-4 in the quarterfinals. And when it looked like all was over in the semi-finals, Dahiya pulled off a heist. He was of course helped by the injuries to Sanayev, but take no credit away from the man who can win India their first gold in ages. When Ravi Kumar Dahiya enters the arena for the grand finale, the entire country will be watching. And the entire country will be cheering for the nation's newfound star. Sports Bureau India Today.
And these stories truly are remarkable. From a village in Haryana to this podium in the Tokyo Olympics, Ravi Kumar Dahiya's story is one of determination and of sheer grit. He started wrestling at a very early age, trained at the famed Chhatrasal Stadium to nurture his skills. Here's a look at the rise of Ravi Kumar Dahiya.
From a village in Haryana's Sonipat to the podium of sports' greatest event. 23-year-old Ravi Kumar Dahiya's story is one of grit and determination. All of 10, Dahiya started training under the watchful eyes of legendary wrestler and coach Satpal Singh. Like many sportsperson in India, his family's financial status became a hurdle in Dahiya's wrestling future. But he had a father who wanted his son to fulfill his dream. Working in a rented paddy field, Rakesh Kumar Dahiya struggled to make ends meet, but never let his son give up on his ambition.
रवि जी यहाँ 6 साल का पहलवानी करने लग गया था जी। गांव में एक छोटा मिट्टी का खाड़ा था, एक अंसराज ब्रह्मचारी जी वो करवा कर था। फिर वहाँ 17 साल में जी मैट पे कुश्ती करवाई, प्रैक्टिस हुई है। वहाँ से बाद में जी फिर मेडल भी बाहर से आने लगे जी। भाई मैं गोल्ड मेडल ले आऊँगा, पापा बोला वहाँ ओलंपिक में नंबर पढ़ने के बाद। और मैं पूरी मेहनत, कम से कम 8-10 घंटे रोजाना मेहनत करता है रवि।
It was in Chhatrasal, the training ground for India's most accomplished matmen, including Sushil Kumar and Yogeshwar Dutt, that Dahiya honed his skills and learnt the tricks of freestyle wrestling. The first success came when he won the silver medal at 2015 Junior World Championships. After that, Dahiya never looked back. And now, he stands at the cusp of making history. A silver is assured, but the man from Sonipat will be grappling for more. And 1 billion people will be cheering him to become the first Indian wrestler to wear an Olympic gold medal around his neck. Bureau Report, India Today.
At a time when Parliament is witnessing a showdown over the Pegasus Snoop Gate, all eyes will be on the Supreme Court. It's going to be hearing multiple pleas on this issue. One of the pleas, filed by senior journalists N. Ram and Shashi Kumar, sought an independent probe by a sitting or a retired judge. The plea will be heard by a bench comprising of Chief Justice N.V. Ramana and Justice Surya Kant. This hearing is expected to come up in the court at around 10:40 this morning. The centre on its part has vehemently rejected all allegations and denied that there was any unauthorized surveillance. It's also denied holding a detailed investigation into the matter, saying that so far all these allegations are completely baseless and unverified.
Sir, question number 162.
Very worrying situation in parts of the country due to the monsoons. Floods has triggered by torrential rains, I beg your pardon, has thrown normal life completely out of gear in over 1,000 villages in northern Madhya Pradesh. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan also conducted an aerial survey of the affected parts as the NDRF and the ITBP personnel continue to carry out rescue and relief operations.
Thousands displaced, hundreds stranded, and many untraced. Floods triggered by torrential rains have crippled life in more than 1,200 villages in northern Madhya Pradesh. Shivpuri and Shopur remain the worst-hit districts of Madhya Pradesh, with the Kaveri, Seep, Parvati and Maha rivers in spate. India Today team hit ground zero to take stock of the situation. This is Bhagawa village, about 90 kilometers away from Shivpuri. The water of the Sindh River entered this village on Tuesday. The fast-flowing water of the Sindh demolished houses, cut off roads, and also destroyed the livelihood of the residents.
रात 3:30 बजे नदी आई है, कुछ नहीं कर पाया हमने, अपने शरीर बचा के भागे हैं, पूरी किस्ता आई, सब कुछ चला गया, केवल चड्डी नहीं कर पैरे खड़े हैं सर। हाँ, और कुछ बिल्कुल कुछ भी नहीं बचा, नान पानी सब वैसा ही पड़ा है सर।
अभी कहाँ रह रहे हो?
अभी कहाँ वैसे ही पड़े हैं सर, जगह खंडर में रुके हैं, फिर रहे हैं।
3 teams of NDRF and ITBP personnel have launched rescue operations in Shivpuri and surrounding areas. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan carried out an aerial survey of the flood-hit areas.
कि प्रशासन की सक्रियता के कारण, हमारी आर्मी के सहयोग के कारण, BSF आर्मी, एयरफोर्स, NDRF, SDRF, पुलिस और प्रशासन की परिश्रम के कारण जाने नहीं गई, लोगों को रेस्क्यू करके निकाल लिया गया है, लेकिन पानी अभी भी काफ़ी है।
State Home Minister Narottam Mishra also visited the flood-affected areas to take stock of the situation. But he himself got stuck in the midst of the floods. He was airlifted by Air Force later. Union Home Minister Amit Shah called up the Chief Minister to offer central help to tackle the devastation. The situation could turn even more grim, with the Met Office issuing a red alert for 10 districts in Madhya Pradesh. With inputs from Ravish Pal Singh in Shivpuri, Bureau Report, India Today.
And we'll continue getting you all the ground reports from Madhya Pradesh as well as all the other states that have been ravaged by the monsoons. It's a wrap of this edition of First Up. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and remember to stay tuned to us here on India Today for all the latest news and updates.